Well, hello, everyone. Today we are going to talk about the INTP and how to make them fall in love with you. Who doesn't want an INTP to fall in love with them? It could be amazing. INTPs really need to feel needed. They can go above and beyond if they know that they are appreciated for what they're doing. They are going to challenge you in a way, but it's going to make you think. They can also be kind of laid back, easygoing, even though they are quite intellectual and like to think and learn and grow and push boundaries and figure things out. They can still be very considerate and kind. If you take it as confrontation, if they're challenging you, then you might actually hurt their feelings. Sometimes you can enlighten them and take them to new heights and show them new things, but you also want to consider that when we are falling in love, we are much more vulnerable than normal. They're thinkers and they actually like to challenge thoughts because it can take you and themselves to a new way of thinking. Why think the same way you've been thinking when you've already thought that way? And when it comes to commitment, they may need to do it when they're truly ready, not because you're forcing them to. If they're challenging you on something, they can also be debaters. They can take a concept or an idea, they can challenge it, stretch it, question you on it, play the other side of the equation so that they can possibly learn something new. I actually heard a guy that was really upset because his wife was leaving him because he would often debate her, like whenever she would bring something up, question her on it, challenge her. And for him, it was his comfort zone. He felt like he was doing it in a loving way, but she wasn't understanding it that way. My heart broke for the INTP because I knew he just felt comfortable with her. Like, hey, let's play around with that thought. Let's challenge that idea. Take it to the next level. She was misinterpreting it. So you have to understand the mind of an INTP. They can also have a lot of personality. Some people might think that they're just about intellect, about books, about learning, about knowledge, but they can actually be funny, like haha funny. They can really make you laugh and interject some quirky and funny and cool ways of looking at things and thinking at things, and they can have some funny comebacks. They can actually really be pretty hilarious, and they can be good listeners and really get in there with you in a conversation. They can be great conversationalists, although in relationships they may be reticent at times. Some of them want to engage with you all the time, but they may have moments where they need some space. They need some time to reflect, to step back. Advice to them would be, if you're in a relationship, you can't be too disconnected. Make sure that you are connecting in that relationship. And in a relationship, we all have to kind of exercise a part of ourselves, usually that might be a little uncomfortable, or that might not be something that we feel we need, but your partner may need. And if you're with an INTP, what are his needs or her needs? What makes them happy? So if you're falling head over heels for an INTP, then you might want to know that they may believe that they need to have more than what is average of having it together. And I think in our society, men feel more pressure than women in that way. So he may feel like, I can't just be average having it together. I want to be above and beyond, and I want to be as settled and as secure in my job as I can possibly be. Because if he's not, that might be what's holding him back from commitment. And they would prefer an attitude of, I want to grow together in some way, versus it just being you're after your finances, or you just want to get married, or you want them to be just so high level successful. That might be a little frustrating. So they can actually be funny and entertaining to talk to. And they can be single for a long period of time because they naturally have too much autonomy. That's how they may look at themselves, as opposed to, why am I not in a relationship, or why am I not anxious to be in a relationship? They can be very good and comfortable and at ease and at peace by themselves. They can entertain themselves. They have no issues doing whatever they want to do and whatever they need to do without checking in all day. Checking in may not be their thing. Let me see what you're doing, or let me see how you're doing. That might not come so natural to them. And that's something that I think a lot of women do want is, okay, we're connecting. Are you seeing how I'm doing? Are you saying hello? That may not come natural to them. So INTPs, you might want to figure out some creative ways to connect with the person that you really care about. You can send something funny or just see how they're doing. If you're going to visit them, you might say, hey, I'm stopping by a burger place. Would you like a burger? Just little gestures like that can go a long way. So he's not the kind of guy who's going to naturally check in with you every hour or call before they come, but some of them can. I think especially the older they get, the more they develop that. But once they learn to develop that skill, they can be super, super great at it. I've seen some INTPs who are acts of service, and they make everybody feel extremely cared about. Once they tap in, or if there's a natural comfort zone like acts of service, then they can be the best at it. They don't show you with their words, they're going to show you with their actions. And so learn to accept and embrace that part of them. Once they do connect with you and you're their love interest, they are going to enjoy and relish having their own person that they can have a comfort zone with, that they can be themselves, that they can do things with, that they can find activities that they enjoy doing together. Like, they can be very activity oriented to some degree. So like, do you guys like to go bike riding together, camping together, cooking together? They're gonna want to have some things that the two of you can really enjoy together. So develop those intimate moments. Definitely figure out what their love language is, because they might want hugs, like when you praise them and tell them that they're doing a good job and reinforcing what you like. Play board games together. That could be really fun, and they can develop a very close and intimate relationship with a person that they are in love with, and it brings great satisfaction to them. You can be their best friend, and it could really, really make life so much more enjoyable. Now, they may believe in marriage, and they may feel brainwashed by marriage. Now, that is an extreme term, but basically what I'm saying is, do they believe it in their heart of hearts? Like, this is just something that I have to have, or that I need? Or is it something that society has told them that they need? So they may feel connected to marriage in the sense of it's the thing to do. But then some of them want to be married, and it's easy because they're ready for it and they are at that point in their life. They may not have a personal attachment or conviction. They may believe in it for practical benefits like taxes. Someone who's too bossy or too demanding might freak them out a bit. They want the space to arrive at conclusions, being able to meet someone's needs and getting rewarded for it, getting that positive reinforcement by an appreciative mate can really help them to develop their ability to connect and learn how to love you and really fall hard for you. So connecting is key. It will be harder for some INTPs than others, But like any muscle, they have to continue to practice it and do it throughout the relationship, and they can develop it and really enjoy it and get a lot of benefits. If they don't feel an instinctual connection for that, then that could be a problem. Unrelenting, overbearing pressure will not work because they're going to dig into their stubbornness, and then they will be unrelenting back. So you don't want to trigger a power trip type thing. Just have a gentle conversation. So when they meet the right person, they know pretty quickly because they're intuitive. So they're going to be going by a lot of instincts, gut feelings. They will move forward and progress with the right person. So it's got to be right. It's got to feel right to them. They're not a needy type, needy, quote unquote, extroverted. I need to be around people. I get energy from people. That's not. So just know that if they're connecting with you, it means that you are probably really, really special to them and they're curious about you. And unlike some other types, they're going to want to know your perspective. They're going to want to play around with your perspective and play it forward and see how it looks. And so they're going to be interested in your point of view. They're not going to be just right fighting like my way goes and this is how things should be. They're gonna want to learn from you as well. And so that's one of the advantages, is that they will have the patience to listen to your perspective and really get into it and even help you to push your concepts or your business ideas or whatever it is. They're going to have the patience to play it out with you. And they are growing feelings and they see something really unique and wonderful in you. And you don't even have to be like them. You can bring other qualities to the table. I think they can make really good, solid, attractive, interesting mates. They have such a deep well of knowledge and an interesting perspective on life that I really think that they could keep someone's interest and curiosity. When they care about you, they can make you feel really looked after, really cared about, really important. When they dig in and they connect with you, it can be an incredible feeling. So I remember years ago, there was this INTP and I had a crush on him and he had a crush on me. And anyway, I did something really bad. We sort of, I figured out how to rig Secret Santa at work. Don't tell anyone. And so he pulled my name because it was the only name in the bag. And so long story short, man, did he spoil me. If they are gifts, they will really spoil you in that area, especially if you like gifts and they like gifts. There's no limit. Like, they will find some creative, fun stuff, and it that can be a really fun thing. Best of luck to you. Like, if you have an INTP that you are falling for or that you're interested in, I sure do hope that the relationship works out for you, okay? Just make sure you don't connect to any crazies, which is why I wrote my book, The Workplace Narcissist, which is just about a specific type of narcissist, not necessarily somebody that you would meet at work. You can meet them in a club, you can meet them at a bar, you can meet them in the bookstore. Workplace narcissists could be anywhere, and those are people that you want to stay away from, which is why I detailed in my book some clues to let you know this person is super toxic and you need to run for the door. So check it out. It's on Amazon. And if there are any INTP videos that you would like me to give my viewpoint on, just let me know in the comments. I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.